Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 616 West Main Street here in Silverton, Oregon. We're located at the right side of the home. Just off to the side here is the side entrance. 4-inch cast iron cleanout will be our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running, and I'm going to zero out the camera length counter right here at the base of the cleanout, and I'll refer to this spot as the point of access. Here we go. Here at 7 feet out, it transitions from 4-inch cast iron over to 4-inch terracotta clay. Okay, here at just past that transition point, it's up pretty also at 7 feet, 7 feet 8 inches. Looks like we have a T connection. It's possible there could be an easement on the property, and this is the terminus for the line. We're gonna keep on going here. here at about 50 feet out, we do have a large root intrusion. I believe that there is a couple others prior to this spot too. We'll check those out on the way back. But we really have essentially no water flow at this point. I mean, you can see it's kind of moving there, but once we hit that T connection at about 7 feet out, we don't really have any water flow. So I don't know if the water flow is going the opposite direction the camera is headed, or what's going on. We'll try and get that figured out here at the end. Okay, and here at 73 feet, this does appear to be the main lateral. We'll do locates to verify where this is exactly. Okay, I did successfully locate the camera head, and we are in fact out in the street. This does appear to be the main lateral connection. Again, this is another spot where I really don't see any water flowing through the main here, which is a little strange. Generally, it's a constant flow. We're going to start working our way back. Okay, now we have water flow all of a sudden. We've had water running this entire time. Basically, once we got past that T connection at 7 feet, I have not seen any water flow up until this point now. So. Fucking. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and map the line out from this point back. We do have a root intrusion, a pretty good size one at 66 feet out. Essentially, we've got issues basically all the way to the end of the line. Okay, I located the camera head here out in the street. It's about 4 or 5 feet out into the road, at 5 feet deep, right here at the main lateral connection. It's marked with a white T indicating the main lateral connection. We do have a joint here that's become somewhat offset. It's not offset to the point where I see a huge space beneath it, but offset nonetheless. Alrighty, for the most part, all the water is now drained out of the line. It appears it has some kind of flow issue going on, which would explain why it took so long for water flow to get to the end. So we might have a little water coming through here slowly but surely. I'm going to continue to map the line out. I will put a X right here just to indicate that this is a root intrusion. I'll mark that with a depth as well. And you can see here that the roots are actually penetrating right through the wall of the pipe, not actually through a joint. They're punching through the concrete, which tells you that the concrete itself is become brittle. Okay, we're right here where the driveway skirt meets the street, about 4 feet 6 inches deep. We do have a short section of concrete here. It looks, for the most part, it's terracotta, but they did throw a piece of concrete in here in the mix. And we have got some root intrusions through this transition joint here. These ones aren't obviously as big as the ones we've seen up ahead, but we do have root strands popping through that transition joint there. We've got more roots here at 59 feet or 60 feet. I have more roots here at 56 feet. I'm going to do another marking right here. This is just going to be a line just showing the direction the pipe's running. Okay, at this point we're back into the driveway, the gravel driveway, a few feet from the street curb at 4 feet deep here. And this is just marked with a white line with an arrow, just showing the direction the pipe runs. We have a very large root intrusion here at 54 feet. And I think we're just going to pretty much see roots throughout this entire line at this point. Very large root intrusion. This might have been part of the reason for the water flow, although I pretty much did not see water flow even once we got past the T connection, so there might be some other issue going on. But these are significant root intrusions here especially. They're blocking basically the entire sewer line. You can see there where my camera kind of bored a tunnel through all that junk. Like right there, there's a tunnel I had to make through there, so. I'm going to do another marking here. I'm going to do markings about every 10 feet. And we're 3 feet 9 inches deep right here at 45 feet. And we've got some, there's more roots here too. There's you can see there's quite a bit of standing water and debris. It's possible that that standing water is due to the fact that the roots cause the debris to pack up in the line. Without that cleaned out of there, is the reason that's important. If the line actually drains out properly, still has proper slope and grade, but with root intrusion, you can actually do a different type of repair called sleeving or lining, where you don't have to excavate. As long as the line actually drains out, you can trim the roots out of there and then put a sleeve or a liner down the pipe, and basically you put a new sewer line within the old one. But with all that debris and stuff in the line, it's difficult to say if it has proper slope and grade. It's relatively common to have lines like that where you can have massive root intrusion throughout the pipe, but if it still has proper slope, you don't have to excavate. So it would require the line be jetted out and then re-scoped to see if you've got standing water left over after the debris is cleaned out of there. And we do their marking here. Alright, here at 34 feet, the line is 3 feet, 4 inches deep. Okay, it's 3 feet deep here at 24 feet. Now I am seeing a consistent change so far of the depth of the line. Generally when you see it go deeper, deeper, deeper as you move out, that's a decent indication that the line still has slope and grade. But again, because of all the debris in the line, it would require the line be jetted and thoroughly cleaned out and then a re-scope done to see if there is proper slope and grade. We have spots like this, though, where we do have standing water in the line. There's no debris associated with it, so that's just due to settling. I'm going to do another marking right here at 10 feet out. Once we get past a certain point here, we don't have root intrusion coming through the line, but because of the depth of the line and its age, it would be an ideal time to not just do spot repairs for part of the line. In my opinion, you're better off, and it's more cost effective just to replace the whole line if that's what buyers decide to do. Okay, we're at 2 feet 9 inches deep here at about 10, 11 feet out. And right now we're right at the front left corner of the garage. Now here at 33 feet, this is the furthest out spot of root intrusion. From this point on back to the house, we've got standing water, as you can see here. But the root intrusion does discontinue at 33 feet. Or I'm sorry, it starts at 33 feet. Up to that point, there's no roots, but we do have standing water here in the line. And this is the T connection here in the line, and there's definitely a T. Now the water is drained out, we can verify that. So there is a line coming from somewhere, obviously to the left. We turned right at this point and headed out to the street. Okay, so here, right, I've got my camera right in the middle of the pipe here at the T connection, and I'm locating the camera head. It actually appears that T connection, this first little bit of the line here, resides underneath the garage, or just barely underneath it. That's how it's looking right now. I'm going to pull back here just a little bit, and unfortunately, I can't turn the camera to go the other direction. So I would recommend contacting the city to see if they have record of where that line is coming from and what it's for.
Well, no, because I didn't know there was one down here. So
I will do a marking right here.
No, there wasn't one down here.
And this is actually, again, it's about 10 inches or so from the actual T connection, but I can't locate directly on top of the T connection, as it does appear to reside right underneath the edge of the garage. Alright, I did another line here with an arrow. It's obviously opposite direction now. It's aiming back towards the clean out. Cast iron pipe here all looks good. So I'm going to do one last marking right here where it transitions to terracotta, and I'll just mark this with a T. And generally when you do any kind of repair work, this is often where the repair guys like to start, as the cast iron pipe looks good, and there's generally no good reason to actually remove it, because it's all in good shape and still functioning. Okay, I've got the line all mapped out here from the cast iron transition, just shy of 7 feet all the way out to the main lateral.